Welcome to the only movie franchise that has been generated by a novelty Christmas song. Except for maybe Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And Frosty the Snowman. Okay, so it's a booming market.
Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised. And you want to know why? Because hashtag Dave's party was trending on Twitter.
Nice! Sorry.
Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip. See what they did there? Is the latest installment in the franchise about a bunch of squeaky rodents who also know how to sing and how they incorporate themselves into the family of Dave and what he does. This one includes a possible stepbrother and how they have that relationship and work through the kinks there. Is it possible that Alvin and the Chipmunks could make another movie and it would be any good? Let's find out with 5 things you might want to know about Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip. Number 1, this movie's not funny. That's bad news for a comedy. I did not laugh very much at all. Unless you're into like pratfalls and poop jokes, this movie really goes for lowest common denominator, which is disappointing, I have to tell you, because I found the humor and the fun engaging with the last Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I may be in the minority in that. I actually thought it was a pretty decent film. This one loses all of that and instead reverts to that immature, infantile sense of humor that you go to when you really want a cheap laugh, but you don't have the effort to invest in getting a clever laugh. One of the main reasons the humor doesn't work, and we'll call this number 2, are the obscure references. Really? A John Waters Pink Flamingos joke? Now, if you know who that is and might get that reference, sure, maybe it feels a little clever to you. But for 95% of the audience, I'm guessing that flies right over their heads. And as such, is going to make the movie feel really lame and kind of boring because instead of laughter, there'll be those dead spaces where you just don't get it. Nobody likes to feel like they're outside of a joke. And this movie has several moments where if it's not careful, the audience is going to feel left out on these jokes. And that's not where you want them to be. You want your audience to be in on the jokes. And I'm not sure they succeed with that here. One of the other reasons it doesn't work, and we'll call this number 3, is I didn't care about any of these characters. The human characters are just as fake as these CG rodents in this movie. None of it feels believable. I mean, I guess you can give Jason Lee props for continuing to play Dave. I think he's okay, although he's really used in a limited fashion here. He's not in this as much. But the people around them don't work. This stepbrother they're supposed to like hate and then eventually like, I just hated him the whole time. Like, he never redeemed himself in my eyes. He's just such a jerk and you just don't enjoy him. Plus, he doesn't feel real at all. The only character I was interested in seeing was the nice My Name is Earl reunion with Eddie Steeples and Jason Lee. He played Darnell on My Name is Earl. I love seeing him. That was nice. Other than that, I didn't buy any of it. I guess if I had to say something good about the movie, at least the little guys are kind of cute. You know? They're adorable. The squeaky way they talk. The squeaky way they sing. I actually do buy into that as something that could appeal to a young and an older audience alike if you do it right. I especially love when they actually sing a modern song. That's a lot of fun. Which brings me to number 5. Where's the music? This movie takes away the thing that I love most about the Chipmunks, the way they sing songs. There's 2 or 3 songs in this, but they're throwaway parts. You can tell they're forced in there. They take the plot and decide to have it be this road trip type plot instead of a musical type plot. And when you don't have a musical type plot, there's not those moments for music, which is the thing I love about the Chipmunks the most anyway. So you've completely stripped away the thing that I'm most excited to see in your movie. That's not a good idea. Overall, Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip is a pretty bad movie all around. The humor doesn't work, the characters don't work, the heart doesn't work, and just because they're adorable, they aren't going to be able to squeak their way to anything more, in my opinion, than a D. A well-deserved one at that. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can check out more about what goes on here by clicking the information button up here. That'll give you where the website is, some other reviews that you might want to check out, as well as possibly supporting the channel, which I very much appreciate. Follow me on Periscope if you do the Periscope thing. Just search for Aaron Dicer, Aarondicer. I love Periscoping right after I see movies for the first time. And follow the podcast. Subscribe. iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you do podcasts. SiftPop is the name of the podcast. SiftPop. P-O-P. All right, on to the best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. For this one, we're going with the best movie starring rodents. Could be animated, could be a real life. Your choice, best movie starring rodents ever. For mine, my clue would have to be that it's the one where a peasant's dish saves the day. I might give it away. Anyhow, take a guess at mine in the comments, and as always, the first person to get mine right does get that point. Thanks, and here's, as always, 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe button, which is right down in this corner.